Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is learning how to post a question on your Google Classroom account for your students to access. On your stream page, or under the stream tab, you'll see a plus sign in the right hand corner. If you hover your cursor over that plus sign, a few options will pop up. You want to go ahead and click create question. And the first thing you want to do is indicate whether or not you're using a short answer question or a multiple choice question. Obviously, a short answer question would require students to type a extended response. A multiple choice, you would have to provide the options for students to select. So we'll go to short answer. And then up at the top, you want to indicate which class or classes you are going to post this question to. You can select multiple classes or you can just select one. That is up to you. This is the area where you would type your question, and then maybe you feel as though you need to explain further directions or give friendly reminders. You can attach any files from your computer using this little button right here. You can add any files from your Google Drive. You can add any YouTube videos or any external links. So maybe those would be helpful resources that students could use to answer questions, or maybe they have to analyze a story that they read along with on YouTube. There are lots of different ways that you can incorporate external documents or links. You can also set a due date for when your students should be able to answer this question by. It'll pop up a little calendar. You can select the time. It's pretty easy to use. And then down here, there are two options that you can select. You can allow your students to reply to one another. The maroon color would mean that they are able to reply to each other. And then if you just click the little dot, gray would indicate that you have not selected this option. And then over here, students can edit their answers if you do not want them to do this. Again, it would be indicated by a gray dot. If you do, you can click it and it would be a maroon color. So it's kind of nice to have students be able to reply to each other and to collaborate using the internet, but it's also something that teachers need to look out for to make sure that students are interacting in a safe way and are being respectful to each other. So then I'll just come up with a pretend question, and then when you can ask your question, there'll be a drop-down menu. You can schedule a time and a day to post the question, or you can save the question for later if you prefer. Once you select Ask, this will pop up on your stream. Over here, it will say how many of your students are done, which is kind of nice for the teacher to be able to see who has finished their work and who still is not done, and that will be indicated over here who is not done. You can add any class comments in this portion right here that your students will be able to see. Maybe you want to add an extra reminder, or give a more specific direction that wasn't originally in the question that was posted. And then over here where you see these three little dots, you can select that to edit, delete, or you can copy the link to send to an individual student or maybe to a colleague or parent. Those are all options. And that is how you add a question to your Google Classroom account.